Welcome to Gotta Ping. I'm Mei Ping, the founder of Gotta Ping. As a next-gen leadership coach, I help high-performing young executives and entrepreneurs like you to navigate complex people and problems with top-notch communication and leadership skills to create sustained success. In today's podcast, I want to talk about my signature Ping method, PHING, that I use for coaching young executives and entrepreneurs. It is definitely the game-changing approach you need to know to become a high-performing young leader. So in this series, I will be going into each part of the PHING: personality, hacker, ideas, navigate, and go-getter, so that you can get a bit more insights as to this coaching model that I use for clients that work with me. So the Ping method. Today we are only going to focus on H, which is hacker, mindset hacking, that is. So why is mindset important before we decide what exactly we are going to do, whether it's our goals or the challenges that we want to overcome? Well, let's talk about rewiring your mindset before taking action. A lot of times we just go ahead and just do, but we don't work on the inner mind first. So what's important, and what I do see in a lot of my clients and the people that I talk to, is that there's a lot of fears. There are a lot of also limiting beliefs that are getting in your way of moving forward. So what does this mean? It means that yes, you say that you want to do something, but you have some sort of like fears, whether from past experience and whatnot, or you have some sort of limiting beliefs in which you believe that you can't achieve something, you're not good enough, you are not worthy, you're not deserving. And to me, those are like massive blocks, right? Because if you can't convince yourself, you don't truly believe that you are worthy and you can achieve something, then all the effort's really gonna be in vain. How can you realistically give 100%, 200-300% if you actually don't believe that you can do it, right? So it's like if you're driving a car and you are hitting the accelerator bit, but at the same time, like your other feet is on like the brakes. So you're not gonna go anywhere, and even if you do get somewhere, it's gonna take you way longer, and it's just gonna spend a lot more time, and with a lot of fears, it just feels mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. So today I am actually gonna give you guys an exercise as well. So if you don't have a notebook with you, a piece of paper or a pen, now is the time to go and get it. So that then definitely you're going to have a bit of a takeaway that you can then work on yourself, right? Let's begin. So just really only two questions for this hacker part of the Ping method. Number one, what are you afraid of? And I really want you to think very deeply about this. What are you really afraid of? Like, get vulnerable, get deep, really ask yourself this question. Nobody's really going to say that you're right or wrong, but it's just, your own perspective, right? The very common ones that I hear are fear of success. Some people think that, my family has always been middle class, so if I were to become too successful, then it's not right. some people think that, rich people are evil, people who have a lot of money are evil. Okay, maybe you're afraid that you'll be seen as evil if you become successful. So that's one of the really, really common ones. Some people are afraid of failure because they think that, okay, you know what, it's not worth trying, because if I try and I fail, then it's going to be so embarrassing. People are going to laugh at me and those are the funny stuff. Or their ego can't take it because they've always been so successful. This is something that I do see a lot of my clients, because a lot of them are very ambitious, high performing, and sometimes they are afraid to make a certain move because they think that they will not be able to repeat that success and they will fail and they cannot take that. The other one, also very common, is judgment. They don't want to be judged because people might think that they're stupid, they don't know anything, or it's going to tarnish their reputation, people are going to laugh at them. And these are all, pretty much the fear of judgment. And this is really, really a big one. For some other people, they may be afraid of taking risks, because some people are just naturally more risk averse. They like stability, and they feel like by having a bigger goal, is too scary. It might challenge the current stability that they really enjoy. So those are the pretty common ones. So what's more important is, what is it for you? What are you afraid of? And if you've never really thought about this and you've always been afraid of getting honest, then give yourself the space. Be honest to yourself right now, because if you can't be honest to yourself, then it's going to be something that will really, really hold you back, right? Okay, so next question. The second question is, what are some of the things that hold you back? Yes, you're afraid of a bunch of things, right? But actually, what is the cause, right? What exactly is holding you back? Is it a past negative experience where you may have tried doing something but it didn't turn out well? You tried, maybe baking a cake or something, or leading a project, and it didn't go very well. You were not that skillful. People left you negative comments and said very mean things about you, and that had then created this whole fear of failure, right? Fear of judgment that we talked a little bit about just now. Other people's comments are definitely a big one, because like I said in my earlier episode on personality, if you don't understand kind of who you are and what you're good at and what value you bring, it's going to be very easy to listen to what other people say, right? To really believe that what they say is true, even if it is not, right? But it's just that you might very easily get stuck in this, okay, you know what, I'm not good, so what is the point? So really take this few minutes to be open, ask yourself very deeply, what are some of the things that hold you back, right? Really write it down, because sometimes it seems like a much bigger problem in your head, but if you write it down, it's really maybe just those few points. So the biggest tip that I can share with you today is really work on your mindset first. Really pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what are you afraid of, and how can you overcome that? What are the little steps that you can take to just get rid of this one by one? Because you can't fly forward if you're not convinced that you can, right? Your thought becomes things, and this is absolutely true. Because normally when I work with my clients, then mindset is something that we talk quite a bit about, how they think of something, and more importantly, how they think of themselves. Because sometimes, when you're kind of stuck in your own head, you don't see that you may be unkind to yourself. You may think that the problem is much bigger than it actually is. Or sometimes, you have not met a person that has encountered the same situation as you. So you might feel it's very lonely and nobody understands how you feel, how you think. Just know that other people are experiencing it too. I mean, for me, reason why I work with people a lot younger, 35 and below, is because I have been there, done that. So a lot of challenge that you face, I have faced it as well. So I do know. And yeah, I mean, you are not alone. So be strong, be mentally strong, and take stock, right? If you know that you're afraid of something's holding you back, put it down and commit to working on it, because it's going to pay you like massive dividends down the road. So that is the big tip for today's episode. And if you want those questions that I've just shared with you in a written form, you can head on over to my website at www.gotaping.com and download your free version of the Ping Method Guide. You just need to put in your email address and I'm gonna send it directly to your mailbox. So yeah, keep this little cheat sheet, keep working on yourself, believing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye! Thank you for joining me today. If we have not yet connected, I look forward to connecting with you. You can find me on my website, www.gotaping.com, on LinkedIn, as well as Facebook. The links to my profiles are in this episode's description box. I can't wait for you to join me in the next episode of my Gotta Ping podcast. Till next time, bye!